Hi guys, welcome to this making of video of this image here that I did a couple months back. Initially I wanted to do written tutorial, but I was having a hard time writing down what I had in mind, so I decided to do videos instead. The videos will be broken into 3 parts. Later I will show to you guys what I think are important research materials, especially for the V-Ray skin shader. And also in ZBrush I will show a technique that I use to do likeness. The next part of the video I will show you in 3D Studio Max my V-Ray SSS material settings, along with my lighting and render settings, and the last part we will cover Ornatrix hair plugin, how to style the details and shape using still V-Ray, the V-Ray hair material, with GI and stuffs. So in this first video I mentioned just now research materials, especially for skin shading. I highly suggest you guys Google some of these photorealist 3D artists. They are really amazing. I'm pretty sure everybody knows this one, by Luke Begin. I hope I pronounce his name right. Google his thread. I believe it was in ZBrush Central a couple years ago, and try to make a note of everything that he said and what others ask. It's actually full of information. I learned a lot just by writing down what he said and what others asked and what he answered. Try to also save every images that he posted, and try to match it. These are some of his other models that he posted. So it's a really good learning method, and I really suggest you guys do it to better understand the V-Ray and photorealistic skin in general, not just V-Ray. Also, there's another awesome artist by the name of Adam Lewis. He has a digital tutors video tutorial on V-Ray skin. I think it's really excellent. I learned also a lot from it. I highly suggest you get it before you start, not before you start, but to better understand V-Ray skin shader. Also, if you browse into, I think, CG Feedback, the forum cgfeedback.com, Adam Lewis posted a scene which he is kind enough to share it with everybody, and I downloaded it also. Make notes, try a bunch of stuffs with the study it, try a bunch of stuff. Say for example, uh, turn off the anti-aliasing here, just with the specular map on, nothing else. You know, do studies, play with it, and write down notes, right? And you will slowly figure out stuffs. That is at least my way of learning. And I'd like to also point out the importance of drawing or painting likeness for doing photorealistic portraits. For example, I'm not gonna claim I'm a good painter. I just do it sort of like a skill to complement my I'm mostly a 3D guy, so to complement my 3D skills, I paint for fun. So this everybody knows who this guy is. It's a painting from Zhu. He's a Chinese 2D artist using Photoshop. I took his courses a couple times. I know him personally. Very nice guy. So try to at least have the ability to draw or paint human faces and get the likeness right. And also good for sculpting, anatomy. There's also I didn't sculpt this. I got this from the internet. I'm not sure. I forgot who the first name is. Ryan. I forgot who the artist's last name is. But yeah. So drawing skill is also I think necessary for doing photorealistic images, and obviously I didn't do enough practice. Right guys, sorry I had to cut my previous recording because I was stuttering too much on my last sentence. But moving on, I wanna, as I mentioned before, show you guys my technique for doing likeness. Let me just open up ZBrush real quick. So the technique that I use is almost like tracing a photograph. I will show you what I mean by that. And let me open up my file real quick. Just give it a minute there. This file is, I believe, the final sculpt file. So as you can see, I have a sort of like a plane as a backdrop. I got the plane from image plane tool from ZBrush. Let me show you where you can find that. It's located in the Pixelogic folder. this one, Z Tools Image Plane. There's a tool called Image Plane X, and it looks like an X, but if you look at it from this way, one of the planes disappear is because you have to switch on the double-sided, and there you go. And this tool comes with a texture file. Copy the location, and okay, so it comes with a file called imageplanex.psd, and if we open it real quick, as you can see, the file size is the horizontal ratio is double the vertical, so actually it's two square images put next to each other, and that's why you get the long horizontal file image size. And once I have gathered my photo references, I pick the ones that I think worked for the backdrop, the frontal and side, the profiles. You want to pick something that's try to get, like, for example, the frontal ones, something that's like not for example, this one, as you can see, Stan's head here is sort of tilting downwards, and it's not a very good picture to use in terms of using it for backdrop. So pick your image nicely, and if I open this real quick, and you can see it's the exact same size with the PSD that was from the Pixelogic, because I saved it from there. Just drag it over, and let me okay, so next I pulled guides, so it sort of line up as I try to line them up as nicely as possible. I think it's really hard to get a perfect lineup because there are two different photographs taken at different time. Well, if you're lucky, you have like a studio environment and have your model or talent photographed in front of you, then perhaps you can, you know, put your model in front of on top of like a pedestal, so you can like round it and have your camera fixed on a tripod. But on my case, it's impossible to have Stan come photographed. So anyways, so line up some of the features. As you can see, this one's smiling with a mouth open, and this one isn't, and this one's actually I think head is tilting a little bit, but I couldn't get a better profile picture. It's pretty hard actually to find a good profile picture, but gotta do you gotta do what you gotta do. So after lining all the important features, I used it as a preliminary modeling for the facial shapes. For example, let me start here, and I import the picture just now. Where are you? And I think it's here. There you go. I try to name, files. It's a good habit. So this is what I get. And just close this because I don't need it for now. And after I have my image plane set up, I will take my base mesh. By the way, this base mesh is from a tutorial from 10.2.4. So I rarely retopologize head models because I prefer to use a base mesh and not deal every time with retopologizing my models, unless it's a crazy looking six-mouth deformed monster head. Then I guess I have no choice. But for a regular human head and a male, so there's a lot of base meshes you can get, and well, to me it just simplifies my work. Excuse me 1 second. So let me just clone this real quick. Sorry, it's a bit heavy, but I got it there. And let me just append to this one. And we need to line those up, and it'll take time. I don't want to bother. I don't want to bore you guys with doing a step-by-step video, because I think it takes a really long time for doing something of this scope. But let me just delete this model's higher levels, because normally that's what we get when we use base meshes. We don't have sculpts yet, higher division levels yet. So line those image planes to the frontal. I guess for a start you can use symmetry, but at one point you need to break the symmetry, of course. And let me just pause the recording, and I will come back when I line them up, because the important part of the trick is to the technique. My technique is to is the tracing part. which I match the facial features and export back to Photoshop back and forth. I will pause the video and I will show you in a second what I mean. Okay, so I've lined these up real quick, and as I mentioned, we need to export the document to the Z document to Photoshop. So if we look at the document palette here and we look at the actual document size, and if we zoom out a little bit, you will notice that this 2600 something pixel height is this actual height, and if we hit this actual button and we hit frame and thought you were full size, we're actually not. So we want to export this document, not the tool, the Z document, to Photoshop with this button here, and it's probably best if we frame the tools bigger so we get more pixels, something like this. And let me see if I think it's not properly front. Okay, I just hit the shift so it snapped like that, and something like that is fine. As you can see, I haven't really it's a long way to go to line them up, and I will show you that once we have it framed bigger on the real document size, you can hit this front button, and it'll create an automatic back view, which is an opposite view, but we don't need that, so we can just clear it. And let me just keep hiding the head model, because I've had frozen before. I had ZBrush freezing on me, and so I had to re-record, and I found keeping it hidden make it lighter somewhat, because this is an old computer, and I didn't know screen recording can give such a performance hit. So for the right or left, doesn't matter, we'll clear one, and so we end up with these sort of like a position, like a camera position, but it's actually the tool position in relation to the document. So we can at any time go back to where we had, and this is what we export out, and later on top, when I activate just the 3D model and match facial features. So that's the trick there. Let me just first save this view, because we need to keep this throughout the sculpting process. We need to keep this position so it doesn't move. Let me just save this real quick. By the way, I saved the Z project earlier because I had crashes. So let me just save views. Just go backdrop, front and side, and it's .vws, so I can tell that it's Z appling views. Right, let me just export also this one and put it here on this desktop folder. Let me just create another folder, just call it ZDoc, and say that this is front, and one more, but I realized for this one it's actually flipped, so I need to fix that real quick. In order to fix that, let me keep the other the model hidden. In order to fix this is very simple. If we look at the poly group and activate the wireframe, if we look at the poly group right now, it's a single poly group color, so just hit this auto group and it'll split into two different poly groups. Just hide the one that we don't need. As a matter of fact, let me just mask it. See, I just masked it. So one is masked, one isn't. Yes, I hope. Yeah, I think so. But anyways, we can just mirror this, and should be on the Z axis. I think I hit it once, but since there's nothing in the X, but it doesn't matter. So there you go. Now it's okay, and obviously I need to still move it forward. If I go back to my right view, I think I prefer a left one, actually, like that. So I'm gonna create this one, and I'm gonna clear the other one, resave, and it should be here. Let me just should be this one. Okay, so let me also move it back slightly. By offset on the Z axis. Just roughly is fine. We still have long ways to deal with this, but probably something like that works more than fine. And so if we go back to the image plane, and we also export the left. Now that we're done, go into Photoshop, but first let me save this file real quick. I saved it once, but I'll save it one more time, and I'll show you something I found out. Let me just replace it, and it saves pretty slow because I have this. Remember that I got the base mesh from the final sculpt file, and the file has over 30 million polygons, and this file that we're saving has this 30-something million polygon in memory. So basically we're saving this 30-something million polygons in this file as well, even though over here actually we just started. We barely started at like 2 or 4,000 polygons. We only have a base mesh and a image plane, but as you can see, this is saving pretty slow. So I will show you just a little detour. Sorry about that, but to fix this problem, if you can bear with me for just one more minute, I think should be finished around now. But anyways, obviously, if we just the best way is to import a clean obj from the lowest level without other stuffs, and load the image plane tool from the ZBrush, so everything starts clean, and there's no extra polygons, and there you go, it's done. And so in order to fix this problem, also if you look at it, it saves at 2.8 gigs, and we just started, and I can't work this way. And to fix this, if you hit this R button and you realize, hey, everything's gone, right? But it's actually not. The other stuffs are actually still in here. See, it's got 11 subtools, and then this is the cloned head subtool layer, and it's still there. Hitting this R button doesn't fix it, and if you hit this back, it will reload it. Take time. Hold on one second. There you go, it's still there. So definitely the R button doesn't fix the problem. The way to fix it is actually to delete it from the subtool here. So if we hit delete and just hit always OK, and as you can see, now that just one head is gone. And if we continue, go this one where it says 11 subtool layers, and over here it's 38 point something millions. And if we delete this, see how it's reducing, right? And the polygon numbers are shrinking. So this is the way to clean the other unnecessary stuffs from the memory. So I think now they are gone. So if my theory is right, if we just do another version. By the way, I save a lot. I'm a bit of a freak in terms of saving. I save two files of the same version every time, because I don't want to. I have past experiences where my files corrupt and all that. As you can see, it's still slow, but definitely faster than before. I tried it. There you go. It's faster than before, and actually we slashed around a gig, but so definitely there's an improvement, but for sure the best way is to start clean. But anyways, we'll keep going from here, and we'll open up Photoshop, pick up where we left off. We exported two documents, front and side, and if we grab the stuffs real quick, is these two, right? We can just put them in the same place, and we'll leave the side hidden for now, and as you can see, this is the same dimension with the ZBrush. And if we go back to my front and we export, there's definitely performance improvement here. I can feel it. Just now was pretty terrible. So if we also export this guy, so here, and just, I don't know, to make things faster, I'll just go like 10001 and get that in. You will notice they are identical to the ZBrush. See, because this is the exported pixels, right? So this way, what I did was I create like in a clean layer, in an empty layer, just the outline of, let me see if I got the good brush. Full hardness brush is good. Sorry, hands a bit rusty, but something, just, you know, tracing the face, and use this as a guide to later you know, model how long is your nose, but of course pay attention to the like, you know, relation, like this one's model's definitely tilted because this model is from the final sculpt, but ideally we have a good symmetrical front model to start with. So we can just you know, really quick start with just, you know, one side of the head is fine. I'm not gonna do everything because this takes the longest time, and obviously you're doing likeness, so it takes time to make it look alike. At least for me, I'm pretty slow, I guess. So anyways, let's just pretend that we are done tracing, and we want to start with, say for example, the nose. Hey guys, sorry, I just experienced another crash, and this time it was the Windows that just completely shut down. But anyways, I was saying, say for example, we wanna pretend that this was done tracing, and we wanna start sculpting the nose, and the way I normally do is just oh yeah, by the way, since this is a fresh open, I believe yeah, we are not correctly placed. That's where our tracing, you know, will be, you know, off. That's why we need to save the C-appling view, and then now we need to load it back. And if we do this now, this way, it will, once we export just this 3D model, it'll, refer to, we refer to the trace lines. Alright, so we can just use regular brushes. I don't use any fancy brush at all, just all the basic ones, and start. Okay. Oh, so I had deformation layers before on the higher levels. It doesn't matter here, so I'll just pick it all. Right, so let me see, so it doesn't get in the way. Yeah, so basically this is how I do my, it's almost like when you use polygon modeling. Always start from the very lowest and make your shape looks as nice as possible. Also from other angles, like I'm pretty sure this one's pretty flat, right? So but the main point, at least at the start, just get the outlines, follow the trace lines. And okay, if we now export it this way, definitely it's off, so we need to hit the front. There you go, and export this way. This 003 now. I had the 002 from the previous crash, I think. But anyways, right now let's get the file in, obviously on top of this guy. So see how we just had something, and there you go. Keep going until it lines up everything. So definitely nothing special. It's actually very time consuming. And let me just cut to the chase and show you my, as in the notes, if I can get it opened. Right, so we are here, we're going PS back and forth, and let me just show you the daily progress that I saved from the actual days of making the stuff. So here you go. As you can see, screen just halts. Okay, so for example, this one, see, this is the very early, definitely day 3, but I got some base hair going on, base mustache, teeth. The teeth, by the way, is also a base mesh from, I think, Alex Alvarez. It's a free teeth base mesh that he provided in his Gnomon workshop website. I'm sorry, I'm not online on this computer. My network card busted, but anyways, so kit is base mask as well. So but the shirt, unfortunately, definitely there's no base mesh, so I had to do it just very simple, just extrude some polygons. But anyways, so keep this from the start, from the very start. I think the first I used front and side, and then quickly I found this picture that I think initially I wanted to recreate just this photo. So that's why I had it on this pose, on this angle. So it's sort of like a I just want to simplify. I don't want to. I want to just recreate this lighting and stuff. But and then the project evolved. But on the first, I guess, 20 something days, I was just using this picture as my sculpting, and also some of the medium detail detail. Anyway, so day 5th going, and next this one, something is wrong with the cursor. But anyways, so that was day 11, and then I think I remember there was a, and then it just keep this is pretty late, but that's how I did it. And I remember I saw a oh, there you go, this one. This is what I want to show you guys. So see how I got all these tracing lines, which is pretty much on top of this, following, even I was telling myself that this yellow line here is definitely this one, and then this is kind of like bulging. So I kept all those in mind when I was sculpting, try to find as much detail as possible as well. And so yeah, this is how I did likeness. It worked for me, at least, and definitely it's not the only way. Of course, there's a lot of different ways. You can just model from a bunch of a lot of photos, and some people do that and they also succeeded. I tried it. I think this way is faster. Obviously you can't just depend on one or two photos. Definitely have a lot of other photos for reference as well. But the thing that I like with like one eventually one final photo is you get to have sort of like a goal, like a map, instead of for example, okay, these two are smiling, both of these photos are smiling, but for example, let me think. Let me think what to point out. Alright, so for example, this piece here, I think it's called the nasal something, the smile line muscle, forgot the name. In here is really like obvious, and in here it doesn't. uh, and so you have, you know, because faces changes a lot, mm, even on the same person. So having a single picture for the goal, that's why I mentioned, that's why I said it's, you sort of have like a map, and you don't end up, you know, keep tweaking. That's what I'm trying to say, because you will also notice in other, mm, photos, it's just endless. And at some point I think, at least when doing likeness, over tweaking is, uh, ends up, uh, not in a very good way. But anyways, so that is how I uh, typically do my likeness sculpt. um, just just be patient. I think when you first do it, I think, at least I personally, I went through a lot of, like, you know, failures, and some of my early sculpts I had to, you know, ask people and then give hints. But later, as I sort of like get more comfortable uh, with doing likeness, and you know, I can show and people can guess. Well, obviously you need to show the people that you need to guess, sort of like, they need to know their the audience. For example, if I show this to my mom, I guess he won't know who this guy is, but to a comic fan, I guess, it's a possible guess. So I think that's it for this first part. I hope you like it, and I hope I shown enough. There's not much to it really, and we will move on to part 2. Cheers.